What if I told you that every time you walk past a garden, you're walking past a crowd of silent witnesses? What if flowers and their quiet beauty weren't so quiet after all? What if they could confess their secrets? It's a strange thought, but let's imagine it for a moment. What stories would they tell? Let's start with a simple idea. Flowers can remember touch. Every time your fingers brush against a petal, you leave behind something more than just a fingerprint. You leave an emotional trace. They can feel the kindness in a gentle hand, the tension in a hurried grip, or the deep sadness of someone lost in thought. A gardener tending to their roses with love leaves a warm, comforting imprint, while a person anxiously picking a flower leaves a jolt of nervous energy. The flower holds that feeling, a tiny, living locket of human emotion. But it goes deeper than just touch. Flowers are masters of sensing our true feelings. We humans release chemicals through our scent that signal what's going on inside us. Flowers can taste these emotions. They can sense the sharp sting of heartbreak, the bitter tang of jealousy, and the sweet, bright burst of pure happiness. When you're walking through a park after a good day, the flowers around you can literally taste your joy. And when you're crying on a bench, they absorb the salty scent of your sorrow. They know the truth, even when our faces hide it. Because of this, flowers have become the keepers of our most private conversations. Think about all the places flowers grow: parks, backyards, windowsills. People talk near them all the time. Lovers whisper promises under a blooming cherry tree. Friends share secrets on a picnic blanket surrounded by daisies. Families have arguments in the garden, their angry words hanging in the air like pollen. The flowers hear it all. They know who confessed their love, who broke a promise, and who whispered a secret they thought no one would ever hear. A single rose in a vase on a dining table could hold the memory of a family's entire history of dinners, the laughter, the fights, the silent tensions. It gets even stranger. What if flowers could see our memories through our shadows? When you stand in the sun and your shadow falls across a patch of grass, the flowers beneath it don't just feel the shade. They see a flicker of images from your past. They can see the ghost of your childhood self running through a field. They can see the face of someone you miss. Through this shadow sight, they can tell if a person is honest, if they're carrying a heavy burden, or if they're hiding a part of themselves from the world. Your shadow tells a story that you might not even be aware of. And just like memories, flowers record scents. Every strong emotion has its own unique scent signature. Fear has a sharp, cold smell, almost like ozone before a storm. Joy smells warm and citrus-like, bright and sunny. Regret carries a faint, metallic odor, like old coins. Flowers memorize these scents and associate them with the people who produce them. They know who felt overwhelming fear in a certain spot, or who experienced a moment of pure, unadulterated joy. A garden becomes a library of scents, each one a chapter in a human story. But here's the thing. Flowers don't just give up their secrets to anyone. They are selective. They choose who deserves to hear their truths. They won't reveal their stories to someone who is careless or cruel. They confess only to those who show kindness to nature, the ones who are emotionally open and gentle in spirit. If you're a person who walks softly, who appreciates their beauty without needing to possess it, who feels a connection to the living world, a flower might just decide you are worthy of its confidence. It's a trust that has to be earned, and the stories they hold are ancient. Some flowers are part of a lineage that goes back centuries. They remember things we've long forgotten. Flowers growing on old battlefields remember the clash of steel and the cries of soldiers. Flowers near ancient ruins recall the rituals and ceremonies that took place there. And the oldest trees, the true elders of the forest, pass their immense knowledge down to the flowers through their interconnected root systems. Flowers near cemeteries are particularly poignant storytellers. They remember the lives of the people buried beneath them, holding the grief and the love of generations. On a more magical note, flowers can tell when two people are meant for each other. They can feel a unique vibration in the earth when two soulmates stand near one another. It's a hum of harmony, a perfect resonance. You might even see it happen. The flowers around a couple seem to bloom a little brighter, their colors more vibrant, as if they're celebrating the alignment of two hearts. They are the ultimate silent matchmakers, recognizing a connection that the people themselves might not even be aware of yet. But not all secrets are beautiful. Some flowers hold dangerous truths. Think of the poisonous ones: foxglove, nightshade, oleander. Their beauty is a warning. These flowers remember the darkest parts of human nature: betrayal, revenge, and terrible deeds. Their memories are tainted with poison, and they often refuse to confess what they know, either out of fear or because their nature is to keep such darkness locked away. They are the guardians of secrets that are better left buried. Flowers are also natural lie detectors. When a person tells a lie, their body chemistry changes. Their pheromones shift in a way that's undetectable to us, but not to a flower. A rose can tell if someone says, "I love you," without meaning it. The words might sound sweet, but the scent is sour. A daisy can sense the bitter undertones of jealousy in a seemingly friendly conversation. They know our hidden intentions, exposing the truth behind our words. They also feel our grief with an incredible intensity. During a funeral, the lily and carnations on display aren't just decorations. They are actively absorbing the sorrow in the room. They become vessels for the pain of an entire family, carrying that weight in their very cells. Some flowers, particularly those in places of mourning, hold on to the sadness long after the people have left, their petals drooping with a sorrow that isn't their own. Interestingly, flowers can predict storms, both in the weather and in our lives. Many flowers will close up their petals when they sense a drop in atmospheric pressure, bracing for an approaching rainstorm. In the same way, they can sense an impending human emotional storm. They can feel a shiver in the air just before a massive argument, a breakup, or a wave of heartbreak. They are barometers for our emotional climate. And they're not just passive observers. They are a community. Flowers communicate with each other constantly. Underground, the roots of roses and tulips intertwine, sharing nutrients and information. Above ground, sunflowers, who spend all day following the sun, share stories of the light with their neighbors. But the biggest gossips are the night-blooming flowers, like jasmine and moonflowers. While the human world sleeps, they open up and share all the secrets they've gathered during the day, their fragrances carrying whispers through the dark. Perhaps the most touching thing about flowers is their capacity for forgiveness. They understand human emotions maybe even better than we do ourselves. Even if someone carelessly steps on them, they can sense if that person is acting out of their own inner pain or just simple thoughtlessness. They don't hold grudges. They recognize that humans are complex, flawed creatures, and they extend a kind of grace that we often fail to give each other. Ultimately, flowers want just one thing: to be heard before they fade away. Their life is short, and their secrets are many. It's said that a flower's last falling petal carries its most important secret. Before it dies, a flower might try to release the one story it has held onto the longest. It could be a confession it witnessed years ago, a moment of hidden kindness that no one else saw, or a glimpse of someone's hidden darkness. Their final breath is a whisper, a final attempt to pass on the truth they've guarded. So the next time you see a flower, maybe pause for a moment. Look at it, really look at it. Don't just see the color or the shape. Think about what it might have seen, what it might have heard, what it might know. The world is full of stories, and maybe, just maybe, the most beautiful ones are waiting silently in a garden, hoping that someone is finally ready to listen. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the secret world of flowers, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What secrets do you think the flowers in your garden hold?